always pressed for time, and as a result, meal times were all about whatever was quick and easy. The drive-through, the microwave, takeout, any convenience food you could think of, we did. And this went on for quite a while, but one day I got a wake-up call. We were at a pediatrician's office for a routine checkup, and after doing the exam, they take the measurements and weigh and measure your head and all that stuff. Our doctor got this look of concern on his face, and he asked me, "What are you all eating at home?" And right then and there, I remember in the exam room, my heart sank. The thought that I was maybe doing something that wasn't good for my kids was devastating. And maybe some of you can relate, but as an overachiever, I was like, wait, what do you mean? I'm not getting an A in motherhood? It's like a minus a C plus, what are you telling me? But it really threw me. And that was my light bulb moment when I realized that we needed to make some real changes in our family routine. So I rolled up my sleeves, went home, did some homework, and I searched for obviously simple, affordable approaches, and I started making some changes. For starters, I tried to cook more. Nothing crazy, just a few more home-cooked dinners each week, maybe baked chicken on Monday, pasta and a salad on Wednesday, and I always tried to make a nice Sunday dinner that would provide leftovers for the week. Instead of cookies and chips for snacks and sugary drinks, we switched to fruit and string cheese and lots of water. And dessert in our household went from being a basic human right to being a special treat for weekends. So we really shook things up, and I have to tell you, this new routine was not a very popular. I still remember how the girls would sit at the kitchen table, and I'd sort out their lunches, and they would sit there with their sorry apple slices. They'd have these sad little faces. They would speak longingly of their beloved snack foods, no longer in our pantry. And if they ate their veggies each night at dinner, they would curse their mother under their breath, which was okay as long as it was under their breath. So we faced some initial resistance, but here's the thing, we stuck with it. And eventually, our kids adjusted. Their palates actually changed, and they got used to eating food that wasn't drenched in sugar, salt, and fat. And at our next checkup, everything was back to normal. And our pediatrician was amazed. He asked me, he said, "What did you all do?" And he wasn't asking hypothetically. He really wanted to know how we've been able to turn things around so quickly, because he told me that in his practice, he was seeing an increase in the number of families struggling with the exact same problem. We had long discussions in the doctor's office about rising childhood obesity rates and the impact he was seeing on his patients' health outcomes. Increased type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, he was seeing all this. He saw the impact on their dental care. I mean, the list could go on and on. This is what he was experiencing on the ground. So fast forward to a couple of years later, when Barack was first elected president, I had to figure out what was I going to do as first lady. And I knew I wanted to work on causes that were personal to me, something that I cared deeply about. And I thought back to my family's experience with healthy eating and the question that our doctor had asked us. That's when I decided that Let's Move would be my attempt to help other families across this country answer that same question. And that's really the point of Let's Move. To try to make things easier for parents who are doing everything they can to keep their kids healthy.